In a courtroom drama that rivals the plot of a Hollywood thriller, comedian Katt Williams has been sentenced to life imprisonment, triggering a massive scandal that has captivated the nation. The courtroom erupted into chaos as Williams, known for his electrifying performances and controversial antics, reacted furiously to the verdict. This shocking turn of events has left fans and critics alike in disbelief. Katt Williams, whose real name is Micah Sierra Williams, was found guilty of a series of charges ranging from assault to drug trafficking and racketeering. The charges stemmed from a string of incidents over the past decade, painting a troubling picture of the comedian's life behind the laughter. Despite his legal team's efforts to paint him as a troubled genius deserving of leniency, the jury delivered a unanimous guilty verdict. The charges against Williams were extensive and damning. Prosecutors detailed an array of criminal activities, including physical assaults on fans and fellow comedians, illegal drug operations, and ties to organized crime. The evidence presented was overwhelming, leaving little room for doubt in the minds of the jurors. As Judge Emily Harris delivered the life sentence, the atmosphere in the courtroom grew tense. Williams, who had remained stoic throughout much of the trial, could no longer contain his emotions. In a dramatic outburst, he leaped to his feet, shouting obscenities and proclaiming his innocence. "This is a travesty. I'm being set up," he yelled, pointing accusingly at the prosecution. "You're all going to regret this." Williams' outburst quickly escalated into a full-blown scandal. Security personnel rushed to restrain him as he continued to lash out, knocking over tables and scattering legal documents. The courtroom descended into chaos as spectators gasped and reporters scrambled to capture the scene. Williams' legal team attempted to calm him down, but their efforts were in vain. The scandalous courtroom scene has sparked a media frenzy. News outlets across the country have been covering the story nonstop, dissecting every detail of the trial and its explosive conclusion. Social media platforms have been flooded with reactions, with hashtags like #KattWilliamsVerdict and #CourtroomChaos trending worldwide. Several celebrities have weighed in on the scandal. Fellow comedian Kevin Hart took to Twitter to express his sympathy for Williams, writing, "Heartbreaking to see a friend and colleague go through this. Hoping for better days ahead." Meanwhile, actress and comedian Tiffany Haddish, who has had her own public disagreements with Williams in the past, tweeted, "Actions have consequences. Praying for all involved." Williams' legal team has announced plans to appeal the verdict, citing alleged procedural errors and bias in the trial. However, legal experts suggest that overturning the life sentence will be an uphill battle, given the strength of the evidence presented against him. With a life sentence hanging over him, Williams' future looks bleak. The comedian, who once dominated the stand-up circuit and starred in numerous films and TV shows, now faces the grim prospect of spending the rest of his life behind bars. The scandal has not only tarnished his legacy, but also raised questions about the pressures and pitfalls of life in the spotlight. Katt Williams' life imprisonment and the ensuing courtroom scandal have captivated the nation, providing a stark reminder of the fine line between fame and infamy. As the legal battles continue and public opinion remains divided, one thing is certain: the story of Katt Williams is far from over. Whether this marks the end of his career or the beginning of a long fight for redemption, the world will be watching closely. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this developing story.